Yeah, like that. That right there, yeah. So I'm back again. I don't want to keep talking about this That 70s Show guy in jail, bro. I'd rather not. From now on, bro, I'm not saying another thing about this shit, bro. I'm not saying another thing about this. I'm not trying to get views off talking about this motherfucker. I'd rather not talk about an R wordist all day on here. Rather not talk about a ripper all day on here. Rather not do it. It's just I'd rather not give him no more publicity than he's already got. Now, because the only thing that I could find on the internet that's confirmed, and I mean confirmed by like, we've heard of every single fucking thing that has happened during this man's prison stay on a major news network, right from him getting transferred. Everything that's confirmed, that is. Don't you think if he was moved because he got hit up, the news would say that? They would want an excuse to say that, I feel like. That's a salacious story. But no, all you can find that's reported from any official news networks is he was moved. Granted, I get correctional facilities if that happens because it looks bad for them to be like, well, we let him get attacked almost on our shift, basically. It looks bad. That's why like a lot of COs have no issue with if you just like go in the back bunks and do something. They're not gonna go out their way to look into that. But like I said, when that situation happened where I lifted my bunkie like in the air, and all of a sudden I hear my bunk getting called to the bubble, like there's a point where motherfuckers is like, if they are that type of CO, they're gonna be like, listen, y'all gotta do something quietly. In the hood by myself, they treat me like a reverend. Everywhere I go, I'm like the Pope. Nose dripping and everything. I hope you get to heaven. But anyways, so I don't believe that he got touched necessarily. Granted, like I said, there's the off chance maybe just the COs don't want to bring that part up to the mainstream news and shit. But I also know the mainstream news, when they want to know the facts about something, can be very pushy. And if they want to know the facts hard enough, they'll get them. You know, if they want to know the facts, they will get those shits. Y'all act like them motherfuckers got, like the news can't put burners in there. The news could probably do it easier than some of y'all could. I'm just saying, bro. I know my boy using a phone in there. Guess who the phone belongs to? A CO. So I'm just saying, like, bro, like, it's just the way it is. If the news wanted to have communication with people on the inside, they very well fucking could. Look what fucking lockup, look what MSNBC did. They was able to get a whole camera crew in that bitch and everything. So, if he really was touched, and that's why he was moved, I don't see why the news wouldn't be able to report on that being why he was moved. You see what I'm saying? And because that makes the story much more salacious, I'm almost positive the news would go get that story. If that story really happened. Stop the cat. I don't support nobody up on here. If I can't find a story on the internet, and it's not some conspiracy theory type shit, right? If it's anything to do with this case, and I can't find it on Google, I don't believe the shit. I'm sorry, I just don't. Now, there is exceptions to that. Like, do I believe the church that he's associated with might have been involved in why he might have took the fall for them in some type of way or some shit like that? He might have been helping cover up shit going further than that by him sacrificing his own freedom for the benefit of the organization? I do believe so. But other than that, I'm talking about in terms of him being locked up. If he was attacked, shit like that, the news is going to report on it. The news is going to fucking report on it, bro. The news will report on nobody's getting hoked up and shit, bro. I mean, if it was in some spectacular fashion or they did it to a CO or something, Is she or not? It's still nobody. So what you think they gonna do when someone in the public spectrum? 10 times that they gonna report on it. The littlest shit happened, they gonna report on it. He got fucking transferred. The news, I think this is the only time in history the news has, no, because it happens with every famous person. When Ghislaine went from MDC to Danbury, it was reported that she had been moved to a federal prison in Connecticut, which only people in Connecticut would know is Danbury. So, yeah, like, bro, if anything happened to Danny Masterson, the news is going to report on it, bro. They're going to. It's not a if, it's not a might, it's they are going to. So I don't believe what nobody's saying on here. I can't Google it and find the same answer. Point blank. End of story. I'm not bringing this shit up again. Because I'm not going to be one of them ones that's milking this name for all that it's fucking worth. And I'm not going to be caught dead giving a Ripper more publicity than he already done got. So this is the last you're going to hear from me on this goddamn story. Stop the fucking cat. On my mama. Stop the cat. Every time, that's why I was saying shit like that 70s show guy and all type of shit like that. I don't want to give the motherfucking more publicity than he already done got. And for all you motherfuckers trying to make a name for yourself off this motherfucking name, that shit is weird. That shit is weird. And all you're doing is giving him more publicity. Like, bro, the fact that one person with 500,000 people following him says this shit, and all these other people just run with it to try to get that another 2,000 subs, another 3,000 subs, just off talking about, like, that's crazy. It's crazy. Think logically. I understand a lot of people can't do that no more. Think logically. If you've heard about every single other thing that's happened, right down to him getting transferred, every prison this move this motherfucker makes gets reported. More so than El Chapo. You think you would hear if he really got attacked in there in the slightest way, if someone slapped him and it was documented and he got moved because of that, you would hear about that slap. That slap would go around the fucking world like Will Smith and Chris Rock. They'd have the CCTV and all that. Come out this bitch.